I hope that's the type of skater I think it is. I've been traumatized by 2026 Olympics figure skating. You're not in this episode, Kenley. We will beat the clock. I believe. Please don't put me in a cutscene. I don't have time for a cutscene. It's an egg-free household, I guess. Palia is not Final Fantasy 14. Oh, I forget she's a K-pop stan. Hello, friends and gamers. First of all, I should probably preface, if you hear what sounds like little pig noises in the background, it is not a pig. It is the puppy that is 2 years old, my 2-year-old puppy that I adopted. Usually he sleeps when I record videos, but today he's decided to play with a toy and he sounds like a little piggy. I think he heard me and now he's like, fine, I'll stop. Okay, so as you can see, today we're actually not looking at the same screen because I have my OBS set up in a way, but today we are finally going to take a look at Palia again. I was really good with my Palia patches, and then I started to fall off, and then I like skipped all of 0.199. I say this all the time. I was saying this all the time and the holiday season. Having your game update during the holiday season is either like a blessing or a curse, and I can't figure out which one it is. There's going to be an influx of some players, like a good chunk of your player base is going to be in flux playing because they have free time with the holidays. And I'm really annoyed because I do have the patch notes open underneath this. And I just got my ad block decided to pop up and be like, we've blocked this many ads. Stop, I'm recording a video. If I had been recording the video and that happened, and I was on patch notes and not the game screen, I would have been mad. What was I saying? Oh, with updating during the holidays, and this patch also kind of plays into that. With updating your game during the holidays, it's either a blessing or a curse because there's going to be an influx of some players that don't usually play because they have time off with the holidays. But then other people, like adults, who don't get the holidays off as much as a student would, and who have to, especially like adults with children, who have to do the holiday, like you have to put on the holiday for your kids. Couldn't do it myself. I don't have children, I have a puppy. It's just blessing and a curse, you know? And I'm not really sure which one it is yet. But today we're going to take a look at the 0.2 patch. Winter's Wonder, Riffrocs and New Year. This was the New Year patch, but more so going into Lunar New Year, or in the case of Palia, Luna New Year, because it's different. So, should also probably address the elephant in the room. There was no video for 0.199. I ran out of time because it was the holidays and I was really busy. However, I did see the 0.199 content early because I am still a Palia partner somehow. Singularity 6, I love and adore you for not removing me at this point because I am so behind. But we're going to take a look at this Lunar New Year patch. I don't have any fun free goodies because I am so behind. I didn't even say I did not agree to anything with this patch, okay? So we're going to go through the patch notes. As we go through the patch notes, we're going to go through everything. I had Skater Flare. I hope that's the type of skater I think it is. We'll go back to that. That just jumped out at me. However, it's not because there's a skateboard here. No! Anyways, I'm yapping. We're going to go through all in this video, including the new premium store stuff. And guess what? I didn't get the premium store stuff for free this time. So my opinions on it are going to be genuine and maybe possibly brutal. We'll see. I actually don't know what any of this stuff looks like. As a partner for Palia, I do get like very vague patch notes early on, but I always forget to look at them because this is like one of like 10 games I cover actively. So we're gonna go through everything. I think we're even just gonna, do we want to look at the, okay, what do we got? Overview time. Ring in Lunar New Year at the fairgrounds and celebrate the year of the Riffrocs, because we don't have horses, in true Palian style. Riffrocs particularly because it is in like the lunar Chinese zodiac. It is the year of the horse. So we're also rollicking rewards. Say that 5 times fast. Oh, rollicking rewards. Okay, I thought rollicking was a verb. It is an adjective. All right. Rollicking rewards await in the Lunar New Year bundle and the bulletin board. I have said my piece in the bulletin board 1,000 times over, but we will take a look at that. Bring the festival home with new Lunar New Year decor, from Soji screens to a charming Riffrocs plush. I assumed you'd get a plushie. Show off your style with new Lunar New Year tints and nameplates. Interesting, the tints is interesting because I know tints was something that was introduced in 0.199. I did see a preview of that, so I do know a little bit about it. We are reading the Lunar Path. Oh, Ride the Lunar. Why can't I read tonight? Oh my, I picked a horrible night to do patch notes. Ride the Lunar Path with rad rewards and skater vibes and the Path of the Shred. I do know about the Lunar Path stuff as well. I did see that a little early too, but I did have a lot of reservations going into the Lunar Path stuff. So I'm curious to see, because I missed that first patch, what it's going to look like for me going into it this second patch that is available. If the only content and only way you consume content about Palia is through me, the Lunar Path is basically a battle pass. If you play any other live service game, you know what a battle pass is. And I believe in the preview, we were told that if you miss certain rewards, if you miss a patch, it rolls over. And that was kind of what I was curious about, because I'm like, how does that work? But I will say I was curious the same way when Reverse 1999 introduced the war, the war room, is that what they call it? The new thing that they introduced in, I believe it was 3.0, that was kind of like, if you do XYZ things in a patch, you get these rewards, and it rolls over. And I was very curious how that would work, but I do believe Blue Epic made it work very well in Reverse 1999. So I do think it can be made, if it's the same system, I think it can work out very well. But it's not necessarily a traditional battle pass in that sense. And I think that might be what Lunar Path looks like as well. This might be a bit of a longer patch video in terms of Palia patches, just because I am kind of making up for 0.199 as well without really going into the 0.199 content. Moving on, we are rolling out the Welcome for the Raleigh, the newest ranching animal. Okay, so we have a new animal in the ranch. I have not been keeping up with my ranch either. Stir things up and get steamy in Reth Soup Herb Bowl, a new community event all about making super good fun. I think this overlapped with the actual Super Bowl, which is like an American thing. I think everyone knows what the Super Bowl is. I didn't watch it, but I did watch the halftime performance. Awesome. That was a class act. That was really good. I expected it to be good, but not that good. Like, I expected it to be good, and then it was like even better. Anyways. Lastly, no more sneaking around. The water tower is now yours to collect. Gallop to the premium store for the new fashionable flair with elite equestrian, mountaineer, gardener outfits, a rolly pet, and year of the Riffroc gear, and more. So, okay. I will say, because I'm biased, I would have liked something Winter Olympics themed. I think it would have been fun. Because that's the thing. The Super Bowl isn't my thing. Like, the Super Bowl and Olympics figure skating were happening on the exact same day. I did not give two hecks, because I don't think I can curse this early in the video. I did not care at all about the Super Bowl, except for the halftime show. I did tune in for that one. But I was seated for figure skating. I had that on live all day, because it was all day. Because it was the team event day. I've been traumatized by 2026 Olympics figure skating. I don't need to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I've been traumatized. We're starting with Lunar New Year. We probably should get in game then. Obviously, we have Mudgy Market. I have been so out of the loop with Mudgy Market. I feel like Mudgy Market's been going on like pretty consistently, but I haven't done it in like at least a year, you know? Interesting. I think, you know, because we're going through patch notes, I do think I want to read all of this because it's mentioning Hot Pot and how Hot Pot works. And I personally love Hot Pot. When I am on my Palia game, I am playing so much Hot Pot. So Lunar New Year has returned to Palia, bringing the festivities back just in time to celebrate the rocking year of the Rickrock, like a rocking horse, I see your pun. As lanterns fill the fairgrounds once more, players can look forward to familiar traditions alongside a few updates and refinements that bring new energy to the event, while preserving what has made Lunar New Year a festival fan favorite. Because I don't think I did Lunar New Year last year. I think I logged in like once because I had already done the quest from the year prior. Because that is, fun fact, with Lunar New Year, they have the same quest every year, so if you've already done it, it's not really anything new. I don't think you can do it again if you've already done it as well. You do it once and that's it, I think. So if you are curious about the quest, if you maybe want to see more of the story elements of it, it is probably in the Palia playlist somewhere from like 2023 or 4, one of those. I think based on when Palia came out, it would have been 2024 when I did it. So that was already 2 years ago. Maji treasure, oh, the treasure chests. Oh, I always struggle with these. Maji treasure chests have returned and can now be found in new locations throughout the fairgrounds. That gets me every year. Offering both new and returning players a reason to adventure the fairgrounds. This every year I struggle with this. Zeki's A New Year to Remember quest will not refresh this year. It's the same quest. But the stamp card achievement has been refreshed for all players so everyone can earn rewards by participating in the Lunar New Year celebrations. So if you were like me and you did the Zeki New Year quest 2 years ago when it was first released, can't do it again. Which honestly, I don't even have a problem with. I do think it gets to a point though where I do think they are going to have to add something for returning players for Lunar New Year, because I don't have a quest for Lunar New Year, and I'm not the only one. I'm curious because technically the game is still in like open beta. It hasn't reached 1.0, early access, whatever you want to call it. I'm curious if once we do actually hit that point, if maybe then they'll do like a yearly quest sort of thing, but because it's still in early access, they're just like trying things out still. Here's what I really want to get into though. You'll also notice a change to the way Hot Pot works at the fairgrounds for Lunar New Year. Instead of the game ending when the deck runs out, discarded cards will now reshuffle back into the deck, allowing the game to continue. I actually like that. Each match will automatically end after 10 minutes if no one has found 3 sets. Because there's been a lot of times where it runs out of cards and I'm like, darn, I was so close, and then it ends. I really like Hot Pot though. The underground version of Hot Pot will remain unchanged for now, so you can play both versions, interestingly enough. They're probably trying out this new version, and then they're probably gonna pick one or the other by the end of this patch, I would assume. Or maybe it won't be the end of 0.2, but it'll be like the end of the next patch, 0.210. Then, quote from the devs, which is also I'm curious about, an increasing number of players have been playing a version of Hot Pot that removes decision-making in the minigame because it's the most efficient way to play the game and can lead to some players pressuring others to play a certain way. Interesting, because I have before, sometimes I have my chat turned off in game because when I record videos, I don't want to have bad actors showing up and then I have to edit it out, and it just makes things really annoying. So instead, I just have chat turned off. But sometimes it doesn't work, and I've seen people calling Hot Pot I thought people were using a different name for Hot Pot. Instead of calling it Hot Pot, they were calling it something else in the past. But I think it might have just been like that might have been a reference to how to play Hot Pot, pressuring others to play in a certain way. I'm not really sure because I feel like I don't really keep up with like the community discourse for Palia, but I didn't really know this was happening. We wanted to try out a possible solution with an exclusive version of Hot Pot in Lunar New Year to gather feedback from you all. So please let us know what you think about this updated version and if you'd like to see it brought to the underground. I think I would like this version. I think we do have to get into Maji Market now and try out this new version of Hot Pot. At least one game, because I am curious how this works. So we pop open the game. It looks like it's dark out in Palia because I've been sitting here long enough. So let's hope that we can outrun the clock and get it to the Maji Market in time to try this new version of Hot Pot. It didn't say anything about Maji Market ending or starting at a certain time in this patch, so we should still be able to take a look at that. Also, Lunar New Year was like yesterday when I'm recording this. So like, I don't think Maji Market, Lunar New Year, Maji Market would be closed. Literally, people are still celebrating, you know? Because also, it was Lunar New Year, but then also I believe Ramadan starts tomorrow. So it's like, this is the perfect time to be celebrating. I know Ramadan starts this week, but I think it's tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure. Kenley is here, but we're not doing that yet. You're not in this episode, Kenley. It's 1 a.m. Do you think we can get to the Maji Market in time? I'm not even changing my look. I want to try to beat the clock. Because otherwise we have to wait for like multiple in-game hours and I'm going to forget to come back to this. That's my one gripe about Palia, is that if I miss the time limit or like the window for something, I have to sit here and wait, and it doesn't work out well for patch videos. This loading screen has given me time to reflect, and it is kind of insane to think that this is my 3rd Lunar New Year in Palia. Oh, I gotta mark it on map so I don't get lost. Hold on. I do like that they kept the snow. That's cute. There she is, the fairgrounds. Come on, Appa. No, you were not Appa. You were Aurora, because you're the Aurora Borealis one. I was about to yip you. I have a feeling we're not gonna make it here in time, because I think the fairgrounds closes at like 3, so I might just have to sit around. Also, the storybook landscape music is still playing. Like this was supposed to be playing on my housing plot only, I think. But like, it's still going in the overworld. I'm not mad about it because I think it's cute, but I wasn't expecting it. Oh, it's been so long since we had a Palia patch video where I actually got to go out into the wild for things. This is nice. What I'm getting at is I think I missed playing Palia. It's 2:29. Can we get in a game of Hot Pot before in time? We have half an hour in game, which is only like a couple minutes IRL. We will beat the clock. I believe. All right. Okay. I got the Year of the Riffroc poster. Please don't put me in a cutscene. I don't have time for a cutscene right now. I don't have time to be lagging either. Fighting for my life right now. I didn't like interact with anything, so it should be okay. All right. Can we join a game of Hot Pot real quick? No one's at this table, so I'm just gonna start game and see what happens. We still have the auto start mechanic, so that's good. I know that there was some server consolidation done in the last patch, but I almost feel like the servers are emptier, and maybe that's why the consolidation was done. Server consolidation is always something that's like a little bit scary with a live service MMO type game. But because the devs did talk about it in the preview of 0.199 that was given to partners. And from my standpoint, as well as me remembering correctly, because this was like 2 months ago now, at least, it might have been 3. I have a really bad memory. Hi, and it's been a rough last couple months here, but I was under the impression, though, from what we were told, that it wasn't like I wasn't concerned about the longevity of the game in server consolidation. I believe it was more so just so people could more easily play with friends, and we could have more people so the game would look livelier on a singular server. Because before, the servers would only be like I think it was like 25 people per server. So we're gonna be doing our game on our own, which is totally fine because I do just want to see how this works. All right, I have a weird way that I play this. So you're gonna pick 3 things to stack and go with it. So we have potato. And potato is not on my thing, so I'm gonna discard it. I'm gonna pick 3 of these based on what we got. So these, I forget, is this like spaghetti? I had names for all of them that made sense to me and me alone. I want you, and we're gonna discard tentacles. Sure. So we're using this noodle now. I must explain how I play. Just to, if you're new here, I play weird. I'm gonna take this ramen, place it with the mushroom. I'm taking that steak. That steak is mine, bestie. Noodles and steak, mine. And replace the meat rolls. So those are the 3 I'm gonna go for now. I'm just curious how it works. I'm not timing this either. Well, say we've been playing for like a minute. It's my OBS is on 21 right now, so we would have started at 20 on my recording. So by 30, we'll see what happens. Do I have anything? No, because sometimes if I have like my overflow ones here, if a second one comes up, I'll grab it and then just kind of end up picking whatever. I can't use you, so we're just gonna discard the lotus flower thing. Oh, no one's using that egg. This is an egg-free household, I guess. Don't need the greens. Oh my god, I have 2 drinks on my desk right now, and I also have my braces back in, and I can't have colorful, sugary drinks with my braces in, and I almost accidentally did. Oh, do we want to draw a route? Let's take you just for safety. So we can pick any of these now. Sometimes I'll double up just in case. I almost drank my sugary drink though instead of my water. That could have been really bad. All right, draw from the pile. I don't need a carrot. Speaking of carrots though, I'm gonna go off on another tangent. I have been taking my puppy to the vet a lot because he was a rescue. So he had a lot of like medical things that he needed to get taken care of. What do we want to discard? I'm discarding the noodles. So we're going with garlic, ramen, and steak. Can't go wrong with that. I want that ramen. No, they took it. The computer took it. So we got lettuce. Actually, I think that's cabbage. Back to puppy though. I've been taking puppy to the vet a lot and just going to like get test results and stuff. So been going a lot, and my vet, or I guess puppy's vet, has a little basket in the front of like bandanas and bow ties and things you can grab. And I did take some because the bow ties and things are for the cats, but puppy is small enough that they fit him. So I took some. But ooh, that's gonna be a discard. I shouldn't have gotten rid of that. I got rid of the wrong noodle. But they have like bandanas and stuff. So I went to go drop something off at the vet, and they had put out like the Easter and St. Patrick's Day bandanas. And so I got puppy a little bandana with carrots on it, and it's super cute. It's pink. It's super cute. But he can't wear it because he tries to eat it. So he just wants to like chew on the fabric. Weird how the things aren't like coming up. Like I have to mouse over the tile for it to show up. We are not good. This is a really good example of what happens when you linger and take too long to make the matches. But this is a good example of the changes to the game, I think. Which is kind of why I wanted to play with the CPU, because the CPU will draw the game out. I keep getting the same cards, though, which is really annoying. I picked a bad lineup this time, because I'm not getting anything I need, which probably means the CPU is using the same ones. I just need a garlic and a ramen, because we got the steak. Come on, give me something. It's a mushroom. I got a garlic. All right, we just need ramen then. I keep getting little steak pieces. I don't need the steak pieces. I need ramen. Ramen. If somebody takes that, I'm going to be pissed. Yes, mine. So then, yeah, it's over. And my inventory is full because I got all this stuff all at once that I like already own from previous years. I also have a buff. What is that buff? Hold on, I'm curious. My game froze trying to open the menu and then it closed out for some reason. I just want to see what that buff is. Can you see it in here? I don't think you can because it looks like my little pet. Are we just gonna like stay here? We might. Like that was the hot pot. I didn't make it the 10 minutes, but I do think it shuffled at some point. There wasn't really an animation for it. I do think I would like some sort of animation. I think it would be cool. Interesting. So then there's the Lunar New Year bundle. Kenyatta is working hard to run the Lunar New Year celebration this year, but things are not going as smoothly as planned. Zeki's prize wheel broke, someone tampered with Delilah's sweets, Hodari's fireworks went off early, and Sugarfoot is too spooked to compete in the Year of the Riffroc pageant, organized by Nayo. Sugarfoot is Nayo's horse, by the way. But who could it be? Players are invited to investigate the cause of these mischievous mishaps and help replace the items needed to get the celebration back on track. So instead of having like a new Luna New Year quest that is just like a normal story quest, they did another of the bulletin board quests, which I have mixed opinions on the bulletin board quests because they're not like necessary, but the rewards are nice. And you kind of have to be more of a late game player to get all of those rewards usually. So I have mixed feelings on it, especially because I think Palia thrives when it's looked at more as a casual, cozy game, as opposed to something you grind out, you know? Palia is not Final Fantasy XIV. So it does look like, completing the bundle rewards players with a voucher to welcome a Roly, the newest addition to the ranching skill to the ranching plot. It does seem like they might be lessening the FOMO that you get with not completing the bulletin board quest, because you can buy Rollies in game, you know? So we should probably do bulletin board now, because that is technically the next thing on the list, meaning we have to teleport back to my housing plot and drop off some of this food at the same time. All right, Kenley, I will be with you in a moment. I just need to deal with some of this stuff, at least to the best of my ability, because it is not looking cute. All right, probably can actually interact and use some of this stuff first. Like Kelvin the Smarty Pod. These are from last patch, I believe. Elliot the Shiny Pod. What's in one? The snowman plush recipes. Snowy Choppa, Snowy Small Bench. This was all from last patch. Jolly Ormu Rug, and coal. So now I'm gonna drop some of this stuff, especially the furniture items, because that's all the furniture. Oh, I ran out of space. Awesome. Eat something to make space. Don't look at my garden. All right, Kenley. Now we can interact. Hello, Kenley. Kenley's out of breath. There's one thing I forgot to mention when we spoke earlier. Is this related to Lunar New Year? Yeah, can I get you anything, Kenley? If you have any tasty snacks around, I actually wouldn't mind a bite. I've been running all over town letting the citizens of Kilima know about City Hall's latest innovation. I don't think this is related to Lunar New Year. Please let it be flying chappas. No one will ask about the innovation. He says innovation may actually be overselling it a bit. It's simply that I noticed a lot of our citizens have various wants or requests, and tracking them down can be a bit of a bother. This is not Lunar New Year. I'm curious if this is something, we're getting a little bit of a, I believe this is something that was added in the previous patch. 0.199. Is there anything about table of contents? New features and updates. It's not hint, storage tab. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I believe this was a new thing because I did a 0.198. All right, Kenley, what do you got for me then? I thought, why not put all of these requests in one central place where everyone can easily find them? What a great idea, Kenley. I've categorized all the requests into different sections. One for guild requests, one for villager wants, and another one for... It might be easier if I just show you. Come on to Village Center and I can show you what it's all about. There's even some Kilima coin in it for you. So what's Kilima coin, Kenley? Why, that's the new currency I created for people who complete requests on the board. Okay, Kenley. Perhaps I should have led with that. So that's Bullets and Blitz. We might take a look at that, but I actually don't know. I don't know what that is for. But I guess it actually is the new... Yeah, because it says check the billboard in the village center. My box is covering it, but that's what it says, so I think it actually is that. Oh, is this all the... Oh, we got stuff. Okay. I shouldn't have read everything. So I think this was related to Winterlights, and I missed it. But then we have the Lunar New Year Maji Market, 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. nightly, that's usual. We have the little wish ribbons from Shane, and then this is unrelated. So I guess that is the new board? Sure. Fine. All right. So let's figure that out while we're here. I'm not sure if this was something that was added during 0.199 or 0.2, but we'll find out. Because there's another quest that procs after the new bulletin board quest, then obviously, you know. Okay, so there's the bulletin board open. And that's the new Curious Case of the Riffroc is the new one for tonight for this patch. So we'll grab that. And then there's the weeklies here as well. So their weekly wants are now here. I do remember it becoming a thing where they just show it to you in this menu now, so you don't have to go asking, like, what do you want this week to everyone? Complete this quest to unlock the board. So how do I unlock it? Then there's the weekly challenges as well here, which I believe might actually be more related to the lunar path. I have to talk to Kenyatta. Hold on, where's Kenyatta? So the bulletin board thing could have been in 0.199 or 0.2, and then this part with Kenyatta is actually related to this new one. So Kenyatta's complaining about her dad. What happened, Kenyatta? Only the worst thing that's happened to anyone ever. He was in Bahari City for a sub-council meeting when the tickets for the Bahari Boys store went on sale. Oh, I forget she's a K-pop stan. He promised he'd get them for me, but he only stood in line 3 hours in advance instead of 6 and missed out on the tickets. Oh, this is giving me war flashbacks, and I didn't even buy tickets for a certain K-pop concert that went on sale recently. Anyways, can't get tickets for that one anymore. My heart goes out to all of you. Hey, at least he tried, Kenyatta. Tried and failed. At least he tried. It's the thought that counts. She says, if I want to go, I'm gonna have to do some digging for some scalped tickets. Girl, don't give it to the scalpers. Or maybe you will. Please, if you find them, you'll be my favorite human forever. Okay, so that might be something entirely different, because now we have the actual quest line of you needed help. She says, do you have a time machine? Because I'd really like to go back to the day I let my dad convince me I could run this year's Lunar New Year celebration and talk myself out of it. Because for the past couple of years, Kenyatta's always been like disinterested and like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing and lame. She probably was like, yeah, I can do better. And then she's like, no, I can't. I cannot do better. Yeah, don't sell yourself short, Kenyatta. She says that's what my dad said. He had me like believing in myself. Gross. As soon as I took over, everything started going wrong. This is like the failed book events on TikTok. Zeki's prize wheel broke. Someone put salt in Delilah's sweet. Hodari's fireworks got set off early and destroyed his entire supply. Not to mention a lot of his furniture. And then there's Nayo. He organized this whole Year of the Riffroc pageant. And now Sugarfoot's too spooked to even compete. He asked me to talk to her because he thinks I'm some sort of animal whisperer, but I'm not. All of this happening at once. It's like Maji is telling me I'm not ready to be responsible for something this big. Or maybe it's not Maji. Maybe someone is trying to sabotage me. That doesn't sound right, Kenyatta. She says, I'll go see what I can get out of Sugarfoot. I was going to say the only one that doesn't make sense for us to do is the one with Sugarfoot, because the bulletin board quest is always like find items and give it to the all-seeing board, but I can't fix Sugarfoot with the board. Meanwhile, maybe you could talk to everyone else whose booth was affected and get to the bottom of it. Okay, so that's the intro quest. So maybe not, because it now wants me to talk to everyone. So can I still not do the bulletin board? Is it like actually more of a quest now? Yeah, it is. Oh my god. Okay, we're not going to do that today then. We are not going to finish that today, but that is the beginning of the Case of the Riffroc quest. I do kind of want to finish it out so we can see what the items are for this run around to the patch, but also that's like a lot of work. So we're just going to sit on the bench for a minute and I'm going to figure out what else we have to look at. But that was a little bit of a look into the bulletin board quest. I do think they've kind of pulled back on the rewards, like I said, the loot. So I do think that's good, but I'm curious what the actual things all-seeing board wants this time. We move on to some Lunar New Year decor then. The Lunar New Year fairground booths are full of new decorations and rewards for players to collect. From the Year of the Riffroc poster and golden Riffroc plush to seasonal items like the Lunar New Year Soji screen, harvest basket, market basket, tea tin, and treasure box. There's plenty of decorative trinkets to brighten your plots to celebrate in style. So going down the line here, we can't actually look at these items until the market opens, but the Soji screen is available for purchase in the Choppa Chase prize booth along with the golden Riffroc plush. Then the harvest basket, market basket, tea tin, and treasure box are available for purchase at Reth's Street Specialties. Then the Year of the Riffroc poster is a achievement reward for visiting Lunar New Year Fairgrounds. We already kind of saw that when I went to check out Hot Pot. The Year of the Riffroc wallpaper in red, orange, and blue that are going to be available for purchase at Zeki's Lucky Catch. So not too crazy on their rewards this year, but I believe you are also able to repurchase previous year's rewards, so there's plenty of stuff to grab. Also then we have the new tints and the nameplate. Players can also show their Lunar New Year spirit with a new customization option. Collect the Year of the Riffroc nameplate and celebrate in style with 2 new tints, Celebration and Riffroc. These look like flags. I'm not elaborating. So the nameplate is available for purchase at Zeki's Lucky Catch, and this also requires the completion of the stamp card accomplishment, Get in My Belly Part 3. So point that out because I did have issues with it last year, and getting the Year of the Snake, or whatever I forget what they did is a snake in game. If we go to our stamp card, you can see here there's certain things. Some of these already are stamped because I did the Hot Pot minigame, but looking ahead to where's Get in My Belly? Get in My Belly, I'm on part 2, but you need to win the Hot Pot minigame 7 different times, which is harder than it looks. especially if you're speed running it all at the end. So maybe don't do that. But yeah, that's how you're going to get the nameplate. Then the Celebration and Riffrock tints are recipes available for purchase at Chopahut. We then move to the Battle Pass, Path of the Shred. Expanding on the Lunar Path system introduced in 0.198, I guess we never got around to the Lunar Path system in 0.198 because I thought it was introduced there. All right, that makes a little bit more sense. Path of the Shred brings a skater-inspired twist to your time in Palia. Not ice skating, it's skateboarding, which quite frankly is more popular than ice skating. I am just biased. So, Lunar Paths offer a chill way to earn rewards simply by playing the game at your own pace. Progress carries forward, there's no expiration, and both free and premium rewards are sprinkled throughout the path. That was also something I had questions about with the premium reward thing. You can swap between paths and earn XP on any path at any time, just be sure to activate the one you want to ride. So it's a little bit different from the way Reverse does it, because Reverse, it's just like, get this many points to get the rewards and they add on every patch. Here you actually have to pick one. So we're going to take a look at it in a second, but the items you can unlock with Path of the Shred are the Chopahut Bahari board and 6 style Bahari board, the set of Builder's Wood and Gold blocks, which is kind of a lame reward if you ask me, Proudhorn Street Skater pants, hat, and top. So there is cosmetic items, but I do think those might be premium ones that you need to pay for. Not really sure. Yeah, it mentions Paleo coins. We have the sandbox timer, which I think I already own. The bouncy shrooms I already own. You can make those in-game, I believe. Emberborn grind rail, which is a fence. So there is probably a way to build or buy that. Banded Ferris, that is a pet. It is a premium item. Sweep the Bahari board, wall rack, probably build or buy. Gardener pants and top, premium. Skate hair plus a super lucky prize. The Path of the Shred features up to 14 levels of free and premium rewards. I'm curious what the split is because it combines those two, but I feel like there's probably more premium. Premium is 825 Palia coins, which we'll get in the shop in a second to take a look at that, giving you plenty of reasons to keep shredding across Palia. Get ready to roll your way to epic rewards. I'll be the judge of that. So we are going to hit resume, and then I'm not really sure where to check this out. So real quick, we're going to go to... Actually, I think I do know where to check this out. Hold on. So if we go in here it is, Lunar Path. So Path of the Kitsu was the first one that was introduced in 0.198. And then I believe Path of the Cardigan came out with 0.199, and then Path of the Shred is 0.2. So the Kitsu had 35 levels, Shred and Cardigan have 14, so I'm assuming that will be the new norm. So if we take a look at Path of the Kitsu here, I'm curious how we know which one is... I think I am going to stick with Kitsu, by the way, just because I love this eyeliner right here. Kind of slays. So I'm just curious what is... Oh, yeah, okay, so if it has the diamond, it's a premium item. So with those, you need to unlock the premium Lunar Path. I'm going to move the box for a hot second, just so we can kind of see that a little better. But you can see here, unlocks 19 premium rewards. So 19 of the 35 are going to be premium. You can do a complete path... Buy out complete path XP, 3,500 Palia coins. The premium Lunar Path also for this one is 1975, which is probably because it's more levels. So with the Kitsu one, you're getting about 54% premium items. So if you don't unlock the premium Lunar Path, you're basically missing out on about half of that. So I would generally say that's not very free-to-play friendly. With Path of the Cardigan then, has 6 premium rewards across, I believe, 14. So that is going to be 42%. So you're missing out on 42% of the rewards if you do not buy premium. With Path of the Shred, it's the same. So you're missing out on 42% of the rewards if you don't buy the premium one. With Path of the Kitsu, 1,975 Palia coins is going to cost, and we will get actually into the shop more later. Either you would have to spend at least for $32 to get the bundle here, because you would need to get somewhere between 1,700 and 3,400. So either you could buy the 1,700 and then kind of stack some of the lower tier ones to hit that amount. It's basically anywhere from like 20 to 30 bucks to get the premium on the Kitsu one. With the rest of them though, it's $8.25, so that would only be about $8.50, $8.49. And you'd have a little bit extra, actually. You'd have extra there. So it can get pricey. The Kitsu one is more expensive, and I do think it makes more sense to go with the less levels, and you can kind of see they made that decision over time. So there is some, I'm like looking to point out like if there is any cool items that you can get just entirely for free. But I mean, any of the, like if we're talking about the customization options, which is what most players are really going to want with something like this, and even like the Rainbow Kitsu plush, you have to spend for those. And so like it sucks a little. Like you get this t-shirt, they give you a t-shirt. Even like the color palettes are paywalled. I'm curious with looking at the Path of the Shred, because this is a more new one, if they changed that. Doesn't look like it, because this is not, this is like a furniture item, wearable. You can get a skater style. Oh, you can't see it on my character because I have hair cosmetic in. So there's only 2 levels here. I don't love the skater stuff either. Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't know if I think it's worth it. Quite frankly, let's look at Path of the Cardigan. What do you get? Like, what's the cardigan? So this is the cardigan. The cardigan core cardigan. There's the cardigan core. I love the jukeboxes. Those are so cute. They actually play music. I think that there's some, like we have a facial hair. Like, that might be great for some people. I think with the lunar paths, I think it's fun, but the Path of the Kitsu one, I do think the cosmetic rewards are nice-ish, but even then, I think I'm just biased towards the makeup. There's other makeup items you can wear in there. I don't think you need to spend money to unlock the premium tiers of the lunar paths. In my personal opinion, I don't think it's totally worth it. I actually do think the free rewards are fine. The premium rewards are not the best rewards I've ever seen in Palia, you know? Some of the pets and plushies maybe, but that's just like, I'm biased towards that. Which it feels like another instance of Palia Singularity 6 kind of marketing something like a new paid feature in the game to be like, oh, it's not actually a paid feature. Players can get outfits for free. You can't get outfits for free towards this. It feels like a little bit, what would be the word? A little bit deceiving, but also they don't necessarily outright say it's for wearables. So it is what it is. I just think Palia needs more free options. Essentially, I've said this many a time before. I think Palia needs more options for free-to-play players to be able to get fun wearable items, because that's the whole point of an MMO, is looking as cute as you possibly can and flexing on everyone else. So I'm still have mixed feelings on the lunar path. However, it's nice to have rewards for just playing the game at the same time. So we then have the Rolly. So we're going to get into the premium shop now, I think. Maybe not yet, though. I think we have to go back to my housing plot to get to the ranch, which hopefully the let's go home button is refreshed by now. New friend has rolled onto the ranch, the Rolly, an armadillo-like animal, which I could not figure out what it was going to look like. That's actually stinking cute. Loves digging and uncovering salt crystals, no shaking required. So on the ranch, then it probably produces salt. Provides a salt that can be used in a variety of cooking recipes or sold for a profit. Occasionally, the Rolly can dig up pink salt, a special and more valuable salt that can be sold on its own or used to increase the selling price of any dish that calls for regular salt. Players can obtain a Rolly through the Luna New Year bundle, the Rolly starter pack, or in the future via the Killama Coin store. What is the Killama Coin store? That's the thing Zeki was talking about. Yeah? Huh. You know what? Slight pause. While we're here, I want to go into... No, it wasn't Zeki. It was Zeki's coin store, but Kenley was talking about it, right? You skip like one patch and suddenly it's like, what happened? Coin store in here? I don't think so. Huh. Okay. Gonna sit on the bench for a minute. Back to patch notes. Oh yeah, the Rolly. We gotta go back to the plot. Do it, because I can't buy a Rolly. Rollies exist now, okay? We're gonna see them in the cosmetics in a bit. So then there was the Super Bowl that took place from February 6th to February 18th. I'm recording this on the 18th, so I don't really even want to take a whole look at it. It was a little bit they did related to the Super Bowl. I wasn't interested in the Super Bowl except for the halftime show. Cool? Cool. The water tower is officially acquirable. Some sharp-eyed players may have noticed a very creative way to gather the water tower from the player's ranch. We see you, and honestly, we liked it enough to make it official. How? Gather the water tower? Okay. What were you people doing? The water tower has been scooched a bit closer so it can be gathered without heading out of bounds. When you gather it, you'll receive one water tower and a recipe to craft more. Once claimed, the water tower can no longer be gathered again from the player ranch. Consider it a one-time find that unlocks future builds. Okay, thanks for going with the flow on this one. All right, we are going to our ranch then. I can teleport in 2 minutes. So we can either sit here or just walk it back. So we're gonna walk it back. It takes about the same amount of time, and then I'll have the teleport for later. It's almost been an hour and we haven't even looked at the cosmetics yet, but we're so close. I did say this one was going to be a bit longer because I had some catching up to do. We had some housekeeping, especially related to the lunar path, so we got past that. Okay, ranch. Traveling to the barn, another loading screen, but this one usually isn't as bad. All right, there we go. So where's the water tower? It's like huge. It can't be that hard to find. That looks like a water tower. Yep, there it is. So they scooched it. People must have been finagling. Oh, but you still got to finagle. Oh, water tower. So I have the recipe in the water and a water tower. Okay, we'll put that in the plot in a second, but I do want to see if we can't check out the Roly. I know my Peckies want attention, but it's not what this video is for. Peckies, you are not in this episode. So if we go down here, then I'm not gonna have met the requirements. Oh, there's a paddock. Oh, can you not buy rollies? Okay, I take it back that the rewards are like a little bit, because I was like, oh, they're lessening the exclusivity of the rewards you can get from the shop, you know? Or with the bulletin board quest. No, because you can't buy a rolly. Okay, I'm mad again. Now I'm mad. All right, let's go play with the water tower then. Strange. It's very strange if you ask me. All right, so we got a water tower somewhere. Do I have to place it? Look at the windmill. Water tower. Where do I have room in here? Where's a good place for the water? Oh, we have I forgot about the obstacle course. That's not bad, right? We could put it like in the corner here. Let's just do it there. So, fence. So we do have to build it. How much is it? 12 copper bars and 10 stone brick. I have that much. Yeah, confirm. Takes 11 minutes. We'll be back. I feel like having a little water tower in the corner is kind of cute. So that must have been an Easter egg that kind of got made in, because that's something you see a lot with Palia, is that the Easter eggs do get kind of like just thrown into actual everyday gameplay. All right, then we're at improvements and adjustments, but we are gonna kind of not look a ton there. Quick chat was something that was added last patch. We have underground updates. We have further restricted the use of fireworks and honey lures within the underground. I don't know why y'all tried that down there, but okay. Login location upgrades. If you log out in a private space, you will now log back in at the entrance of that space. Fair enough. Pixie Blossom Bounce and Kilima Bloom event updates. We've updated both events to make watering easier, improving the experience for solo players. We love to see it, because that's another thing with Palia, is that they focus a lot on multiplayer gameplay, but I do think that, like, I personally enjoy playing single player, and I feel like the single player experience can always be improved upon in Palia. So I do love that we have some of those improvements. Moving on from that, we get to our premium store review. So, oh, I actually really like these tools, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's go get into the premium store. So we can do that at my housing plot. This will take probably at least 11 minutes, so we can come back and check on the water tower. Really quickly, am gonna take off this hair just so we can see what we need to see in the shop here. I don't think it's saved. Yeah, it did not save. Okay, hold on. I need to save my hair. That woke up Puppy, by the way. That woke up my dog. Because I was like, look at the little guy. He's my little guy. Sorry, I woke you, Puppy. He goes back to sleep. It's not that late, by the way. It's 8:52. He just really likes to sleep. My office that I work at is pet friendly if your pet is like normal and calm and not like insane. So he's been coming to work with me and he just sleeps all day unless I need emotional support. Okay, so starting off then, we have the Elite Equestrian, which is going to be like the flagship fancy outfit. There's one version, has a top and a bottom for 2,550 Palia coins. This is pretty standard for the fancy outfit, but it's a little pricey. So we're gonna take a look at that one. I do think it's really cool. All right, the animation's fun as well. I actually like this one, and I think it's because it has pants. Some of the fun outfits before have like knotted pants, and I like this. It's not bad, and the coat thing is cool as well. I think this could also look really cool on masculine model players, so I think that's actually quite cool, because I know a big thing that players who play with the masculine avatar frame have been wanting more outfits, like the fancy outfits that work for them. So there's 9 different colorways on this one. It starts with the red, we have green. Actually, I'm gonna do a spin around. So there's the red, you can see that with the jacket. Then there's the green. I like that they changed the tone of the jacket to match. The inside lining as well is really cool. There's blue. We have purple, which also has green pants, which it matches, but I don't like it. I don't like the green pants. Color 5 is pink with these like khakis. Color 6 is going to be this brown fit. Color 7 is not what I was expecting. I was expecting brown, but this is like red pants. Color 8 is grays with orange. And then color 9 is another purple and green outfit. Just different tones. I like this, but I don't think it's anything crazy, right? It's nice. If I had gotten it, I would wear it, but I also am not super bent up that I didn't get it, you know? I also, if we go to the coin shop here, it is like at least 20 bucks, because I don't want to do quick maths. It's at least 20 bucks to get this. I don't know if this is worth 20 bucks, you know? It's fun, but I wouldn't I don't know if it's worth 20 bucks. So then we have the new collection, which is the Mountaineer. 3 versions, Kilima, Barafu, and Highlands. There's a top and a bottom. One version is going to be 1,275 Palia coins, and then all 3 combined is going to be 2,550. So you do get a bit of a discount there. So this is the Mountaineer. We also, I believe, have the Gardener, which is added in the second half of the patch. I'm just a little bit late to the party. So this is Barafu. It is one version. We have this cool tone, orange and green. I do kind of like this one. I'm not even gonna, I like the top. I think Kilima might be my favorite, at least in terms of the top. I like this fun little backpack. I don't hate this one, quite frankly. So there's this purple and pink and orange. Then there's this brown and green with like yellow. And I actually do like this a lot. But then there is the purple, pink, and gray, which I also think is nice. I think Kilima is my favorite. I think I'm sold on that one. The difference being there's a lot of textures in Barafu, and then Kilima is kind of the more toned down one, but I also do like the squiggly line details, I'm going to be honest. Then we have Highlands is the third variation, and it has these little mountains on it, which is actually adorable. So there's the green version, this pink version, which I was scared was going to be very like not even bubblegum pink, but like very cool tone pink that I don't always love. And I know what you're thinking, VTuber isn't your model, have cool tone pink hair. Yes, but it works in that situation. Color 3 is then blue. This one's cute too. I actually don't hate this outfit. It's quite cute. No, this one's cute. I don't hate it. So one version is going to be 1,275. So it's going to be like at most 15 bucks if you like mix and match things. But I mean, if you also are lazy, you can just get the 16.49 one and call it a day. But you need to at least, if you just want to buy one bundle, it's 16 bucks. All right. Then all 3 are going to be somewhere between 20 and 30. So I think that's actually more worth it. But the thing with the bundle outfits is they're not everyone's cup of tea all the time. You know, I actually don't hate this one though. I don't think I'd go out of my way to buy it, but I'm not like I'm not into climbing. I'm not a climbing person. I'm a figure skater. I'm not a climbing person. So if you're like into that sort of thing, I would go for it. It's cute. Because at the end of the day, we're like expressing ourselves with our MMO outfits, right? So like if you like mountain climbing or being active and stuff, go for it. Then there was the new glider, the Year of the Riffroc glider, which was 1,275 Palia coins. I say was, but it's still available for 1,275 Palia coins. This is actually really nice, I have to say. It's a little bit stiff looking at it here. I wish that the lantern would have had a little bit more flow to it. I don't hate this. I think this is really nice, actually. Yeah, I don't hate this one. I do like this one. 1,275 Palia coins is going to be like 15 bucks again. So I do think it's a little bit overpriced, especially because, I mean, it doesn't really do anything crazy here. Like some of these other ones have fun gimmicks. But you know what? At least it's not the Toro Cat umbrella. Just saying. After that, we had the Year of the Riffroc tool skin bundle as well. And even though it's $8.50, which is a little bit more pricey, you do get a skin for every one of the tools available in game. So I don't think it totally sucks, because then you have ones like the Draconic Knight, which we would have gone in on last patch if I was around for. That is very expensive and you only get 2. So I do appreciate when they can do tool skin bundles that actually match. I would have loved if the flagship outfit for this version, though, matched the Year of the Riffroc theme better. Because the thing with the Elite Equestrian outfit is that it kind of matches. It's equestrian horses. But I think it would have been cooler if we had something that was more like traditional inspired. We do have outfits like that in game already. But the one thing about the like full tool skin bundles when we get them in Palia is that usually they match the flagship outfit very, very well within the last couple patches. And it's been kind of nice to have that. But also they don't always match. Like they match one colorway, and then if you don't want to use it in that colorway, it's like, well, what do I do now? I do think these tool skins are really pretty. I think the gold foiling here is really cool. I think they look really nice, and you could use them with a bunch of different skins that already exist in game that you probably already own. This is one that I would have liked to receive, I think. So far, all the cosmetic items have been like, yeah, I can live without it. This one I can live without, but I'm mad about not having it, you know, because this one is actually quite nice. I think the gold detailing is done very well. And I have quite a few different outfits that it would look very nice with. So I kind of am upset. I'm kind of bitter about not getting this one, but that's fine. Next patch. I'll be back on my game next patch. By the way, $8.50. It's a little pricey, but it is nice. You get all 6 of them. I don't think this would be a bad purchase, quite frankly. So then we have the new pet, the Roly. There is the Sandy, Obsidian, and Granite Rollies, and each one per pet will be 1,275 if you want all 3. There is no discount. You unfortunately have to buy all 3 and spend all the money on that. There also is a Roly handler's license. I recommend getting the handler's license over the Roly for a couple different reasons and a couple of contingencies here. So if you are maxed out on the ranching skill and can easily buy anything you want, I would say get the handler's license instead and just put in some work in the game. But if you are that far ahead, you probably would enjoy putting in the work in the game. However, in this case scenario, you can't just buy a Roly. You have to get it from the bulletin board. So I would contingency that of if you've gotten it from the bulletin board already, get the handler's license. You know, the handler's license will allow you to just walk around Palia with your own Roly instead of the ones you buy. So if you're planning on buying all 3 Rollies, it's probably best to just buy a handler's license instead, usually, because the 2,550 Palia coins is equal to the 1,275 times 2. So at that point, you might as well just get the handler's license, babes. You might as well just do that. However, if you only want one, you only like one of the color schemes, just buy the one pet here and say it's the pet you raised yourself, you know? The Roly's a little bit weird because, like I said, you can't buy it. So I might just recommend getting one of the pets and calling it a day for now. Just one of them, pick one. This isn't on, it's not like it's on discount right now, so you can buy it like 2 patches down the line. Let's go take a look at the Rollies though, because I think they're goofy and I actually really like them, but they only showed 2 of them here. So this is the Granite Roly. Oh my god, they're so goofy looking and cute. I kind of love them. This might be my favorite pet this year. Like, this is probably going to end up being one of my favorite pets this year. They're goofy and I love them. There's the Sandy Roly. It has little freckles. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Obsidian Roly, which has like red stripes. I wonder if you raise one yourself, it can have white stripes and look like a skunk. That'd be kind of cute. I personally think the Granite one is my favorite though. The OG, I think it's adorable. And yeah, there's the handler's license. There's also a starter bundle. I don't really recommend the starter bundles. They're kind of a lot, quite frankly. Anyways, we also had Armored Ferrises last patch. That I missed that one. So then we had the Gardener outfit, which this little mushroom in the pocket is adorable. Wait a second. This is a outfit that was released in the second half of the patch, but it was actually on February 17th. So like 2 days ago. Not 2 days ago, 1 day ago. There's only 2 versions. So for 1 copy of the outfit, it's going to be 850 Palia coins, which in real life money is 849. Then for both of them, it's going to be 1,275, which is about $15, like we said. It's probably actually closer to 10. I'm kind of rounding up. It's like at most $15. So the Fun Guy bundle has mushroom. No, it doesn't. The Fun Guy bundle has a frog on the pocket. Okay. So there's this pink and green one. Then there's this all pink one. And then there's this green and khaki one. It's nothing crazy. Then this is the other one, the pocket frog. I believe they are labeled incorrectly because Fun Guy is mushroom. Pocket frog is not in the room with us. I believe they are labeled incorrectly. So, okay. There's an orange and green one. Then there's a blue and orange one. And then there's an all red one with like the camo pants being very obvious. It's fine. It's definitely like you can tell less work went into this as opposed to certain other outfits. The jacket is really shiny and like kind of stiff, quite frankly. It's nothing crazy. And then also the names got mismatched. I think that the pieces would look nice in other outfits. Nice mix and match pieces with the top and the bottom. I don't know if I love it together, but that's just me and my style. It's fine. And then we have hit bug fixes if we go to our patch notes here. So nothing too crazy. That's kind of the patch. Let's go check on our water tower, and then I think we're going to be done. All in all, I think the gameplay trumps the premium cosmetics with this patch, which I actually think is the best way to have a game. I think I shouldn't be, like, needing to purchase all the... Oh god, which one was I using? It was this one. Was it that one? I don't think it was that one. Maybe it was that one. I think it's that one. I'm like, what color were the flowers in my hair? I think that's right. Let's go check on that water tower. Ooh, what does it do? Do I want to move it closer? It's just for funsies. We got the water tower, though. I hit my mic, but we got the water tower. One more thing we can check, I always open up the wrong thing, is the gift for you. My little potato pods. Let's open them. So they give these out with every half of the patch. If you log in on one half and the other half, you get potato pods. So we got Mandela the Smarty Pod and Laszlo the shiny pod. Those are our little guys for today. That actually, we're gonna end with the water tower because why not? Yeah, I do think it's better for the content of the patch to thrive the most with the playable elements as opposed to the premium elements, if that makes sense. So I do like that it's better there. We figured everything out with this patch though. Thank you for listening to the podcast. This isn't a podcast, but it's the length of one. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a like down below. And before I finish my outro, there is one more thing I want to check. I want to find out when the new stuff is done. Like when do I have, like the daily's reset in 4 hours, but what about the other board? I don't know. I probably do know if I look into it. I'll write down dates and things later, but I do think we will have some Palia videos that go into the backlog. I will say that. Because I do want to try and finish off some of these quests with Year of the Riffroc. I want to go to the G Market and get those rewards. So we will have like 1 or 2 videos from Palia Point 2 that go into the backlog, but we'll see. Anyways, that's it for now, this video. I forget what I said with the outro. I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. Happy Lunar New Year in Palia terms, but then in real life terms, Happy Lunar New Year and Happy Ramadan to those who celebrate. I hope you're all having a fantastic holiday season. But I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!